Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Tonya. Today I'm going to be working on Dollar Tree DIYs. These little Halloween dolls turned out so adorable. I hope that you enjoy them. Let's go ahead and start with little Hilda. So I thought it would be fun to create these dolls. It would make cute little shelf sitters, and most of them are just cutesy and fun, and that's kind of the theme that I like to do for Halloween and the fall season, of course. So what we're doing is taking some of that fabric from the Crafter Square section, using some of the plastic cups that they have plenty of over there in the party and section at Dollar Tree. And you're just gonna hot glue this fabric right onto this cup. And what we're doing here is we're gonna form the main body part area of our doll, and then we're going to be able to add our little pumpkin head, and then we're going to be able to put some cute little bottoms on here, which on this design I'm going to use this little checkered pumpkin. But everyone, these turned out so cute, so I hope that these are some inspiration for you today to try out to make some of these cute little dolls. I know I've seen little dolls and they're kind of expensive, and I thought it would be fun just to see if we can create these Halloween dolls with just some Dollar Tree supplies today. Now this one, I really love the colors. I really like the neutral, of course, you know if you follow me. But I thought all of these turned out so pretty today. And I have 4 dolls for you today. And we start out with these little cutesy ones. And then I even got a cute little witch for you. And she turned out really cute. But now what I used for the arms was the doll arms. And I just painted them black so it would look like they were wearing black gloves. And then I'm going to be using that tulle ribbon. And this works wonderful to make the puffy sleeves. And you'll see later on in the video where I add it to the bottom to do like the little tutu skirt for the one little doll that's all dressed up for her Halloween party. But these were definitely super fun to create, and I really enjoyed it. Years ago, I used to actually sell all kinds of handmade dolls on eBay, and so I just thought it would be fun this year to bring them in and show them to you and see if you would like to create some of these. Now, let me know in the comments below if you do want to see more content like this, because I have some beautiful designs for Christmas of these Christmas dolls. Everyone, this is the new rub-on transfers. I just found these the other day, and it works great on fabric, by the way. I found that out when I was working on some designs back in the spring. But I thought it'd be so cute to put the little pumpkin decal right there on her top of her top. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut this one down, and we're going to put just a little bit of that tulle right around the top part of her waist area there, just to kind of finish this one off. And what I end up doing with Hilda here is I'm going to make her look like she's just been in the woods and she's picked out some branches, and then we're going to use some of those little faux pearls that you can get there in the Crafter Square section and kind of make her a little bit dressy. And I think she just turned out adorable. So you'll have to let me know what you think of her in the comments below. But everyone, I did do a poll, and a few of you said that you did want to see some Halloween. So I'll throw in a little bit. I've got some really cute designs, and like I said, they're not really on the spooky side or anything. They're more just the fun for October design. So definitely let me know if you want to continue seeing a little bit of that. But I have got so much fall lined up, and I'll be doing some thrift store makeovers here in a couple of weeks, so you can look forward to that. And you can see I just ended up taking this little tulle ribbon, and I wanted to make it very light and airy little witch hat to go on top of her head. And then that's when we're gonna paint on her face. Now I did draw out some sketches for her face after I get this little twig glued on. Now I did pick that up at Dollar Tree. But everyone, this is really fun to do, and I will tell you, I use the golden flood paint. And anytime you want to paint on these faces, definitely get a flood paint, because it flows on so much easier, and it's really thin and it's really easy to work with. And all I did was draw some faces. You can find some if you Google them. And I just thought I'd make these pretty simple today, where it looks like they were smiling with their eyes closed. And I thought that made these little witches look so cute. Of course, you want to add a little eyelashes to her there. But everyone, there she is. And you have to let me know what you think of this one. Now for our next little doll, we're going to be creating Glenda. And Glenda is my favorite. Now I did put a hat on her. I thought about putting the little hat off to the side, but I can add that later. So I took this plaid pumpkin and some more of this fabric that I picked up in the Dollar Tree Plus. Once again, we're going to be wrapping it in the around the plastic glass, and that is just the simplest way to make this body for these dolls. I do hope that you guys enjoy this one today, and there is so many designs that we can come up with, and I am really excited to share with you the ones that I have planned for Christmas. So don't forget to let me know if you would like to see those. Now, and of course I'm using hot glue, works great on this. Now I'm going to trim this one down pretty good right around her, what's to be the neck area. And then I just took some of this ribbon that I had and just kind of glued that around. Mostly I did that just to hide that rubber band. And I don't know if you saw that in the first one, but I always use a rubber band. And then I take my little heat gun there and wood burner actually, and I use that to burn a hole in there so I can just kind of pop that down in there and glue the head on to the top. And that's another way to do it. You can just hot glue it on, but it seems like it stays. Now I decided just to touch up the pumpkin stem with a little bit of that fluid black paint, and then you can see I popped a little greenery on there. And once again, I'm going to paint those little Barbie doll arms to make it look like she has the black gloves on. But I thought this one was just so sweet and elegant. I thought this is just a fun little design that you could leave up through your fall season. And I'm sure we could find a way to decorate her a little bit for Christmas. So this one I think was one of my favorites. Now I actually took thumbtacks and just cut that little tip of the gold off of there, and it made perfect little buttons for her. And love how this one turned out though. But everyone, you'll definitely have to let me know what you think of these dolls, because they sure are fun to create, and I hope you do give them a try. And I love that I put that little pop of the light yellow around her neck area there. And the faces are not really hard at all to paint on. Just be very careful and take your time. And like I said, make sure you get some kind of fluid paint, because it just makes it easier to draw the lines. Well, everyone, I do have a lot coming up, like I was telling you. I've got so many fall DIYs, and there's going to be some thrift store makeovers, and just a lot that I want to share with you. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I hope you consider doing so. I'd love to have you here as part of my YouTube family. And everyone that has been subscribing in this past week, thank you so much. I am so happy to have you here, and I can't wait to share everything with you. Now, these are the new little brooms. Well, they were new to me that I found at Dollar Tree. But everyone, look how beautiful little Glenda the Witch is. I thought she was adorable. She doesn't have her hat on, but I just thought her little white head was too cute, and we'd share it that way. Now, for the next one, we're going to be creating Ursula. And Ursula is our little bit of spooky witch. So I just had fun with this one. I used some of the green pumpkins. Now, what I did for this one to make it a little taller is I just took those plastic cups, left the bottom on the first one here, and then I just glued one on, and that gave me enough height, and then just added another one of the shorter cups on top of that. And that raised her up quite a bit, because I'm going to be creating a black cape to go on there. Now watch this, everyone. This is really simple. All you do is pop that hole in there, and kind of gather your fabric up. I go ahead and put that rubber band around the top because that's going to be her neck area. And then you'll see I just kind of fold that out like a cape. And then we're just going to take and cut off the extra fabric. Try to get it in that upside down kind of triangle shape there. And then I'm just going to kind of pull the arms out till I can form them. And then wrap the rubber band around there, which we'll be covering up. I use black elastic for mine. And you're just going to kind of get that look like a witch where she's kind of pulling her arms in. It was so simple and so easy to create. And you can do it with hardly anything except for some rubber bands and fabric. Now I do kind of fold it over and glue down the little creases just to try to get the arms to stay where I want them to for this design, the way I'm going to have her standing. And you just got to play with your fabric a little bit to get it over the way you need it. You may have wanted her holding her arms up, so you just kind of pull the fabric up and glue it up. Now I just had some black elastic in my sewing box, so I just decided just to wrap that around there. You could use ribbon, you could use anything to hide that little piece of rubber band. Now I had some of this, it's kind of like a mossy ribbon, and I just had this in my craft box, and you could put moss around her neck just the same. They have that at Dollar Tree, but I wanted to use this up, so I just kind of wrapped that around there. And then I'm going to place her little broom over there in her hand. I decided to wrap some of that rope twine around there just to kind of close off where that had that little silver tab. And then just hot glued her hand. Now, I did end up changing her hands out. And she actually didn't have any till I went back to Dollar Tree and I had to pick up some more of the doll arms so I could cut those off and put her little hands on. And, of course, I'm doing that same thing. Just hot gluing the pumpkin to the top. And then I just took some yarn from Dollar Tree and just kind of put a few strands for her hair. And this is a real easy way to make the hat. You just kind of cut out the fabric, and I ended up only using one of those. And you just kind of poke a hole in the middle. You can do that and stick it through the little top of the pumpkin stem. And then you can just kind of bend it and maneuver it around and glue it. And I always like to just make these little hats like this. You just start rolling up your wide ribbon and making it in a cone shape and hot gluing it down that side and cut it off there at the bottom. And you can just pop that right on top, and it makes the simplest little witch hat. And you don't have to worry too much about the lines or covering up any of the glue because, especially with the witch, you can just add some of that moss from Dollar Tree. So I just decided to jump in my craft box and grab some scraps and just pop on here. And then I do paint her with a horrible, funny expression on her face. You're going to see that right now. But she definitely has that little witch look to her face. But it was fun to create, everyone. So I hope you are enjoying the little doll creations today. Well, everyone, I will tell you, our next DIY coming up will be on Tuesday of next week at 7 p.m. And I've got some more fall DIYs I'm going to be working on. And then we may be doing some thrift store makeovers after that. It just depends on if I get all of the fall ones done that I wanted to get done next week. Now you can see back to the witch, I'm just kind of making her kind of where she's looking sideways, and she just kind of has that funny little look on her face, but she turned out super cute. But I thought these would make great little shelf sitters that you could pop up in your Halloween decor. And you could also add some lights around these. That would really make them cute, and put them in a little vignette. And here is Ursula, all done and displayed. Now we have one more little doll, and for this one, she's more all dressed up to go to her little costume party. and her name is Greta. So Greta is already dressed up, got her little pumpkin mask on, and she's got a lot of her little tulle ribbon around there. So she's really all dressed up for her little pumpkin party. And I did this really quick. Sorry about the lighting on this one. It was really cloudy the day that I filmed this, and I could not get the lighting adjusted. And what I did, I had that white ribbon under there. It's just more to have something to glue to. And then I just take a needle and thread and weave that through. And that's how I make each little layer of the tulle. And you can make as many layers as you want. And you could make this little doll as tall as you want. I ended up just using the pumpkin bottom for this one because I knew I was going to make this one kind of big and fluffy. Now I did use the... what were those? The pipe cleaners for the arms, but I ended up finding these white gloves and I ended up changing that out. You'll see here at the end. So, but the pipe cleaners work. They look cute too, but I think it was in the little toy section and found these cute little astronaut gloves. And I ended up putting those inside the doll arms and popping them on here. And I thought that just looked kind of cute with this design. Now I'm just going to wrap some of that black yarn around there and make her some hair. I almost braided her hair and then I decided just to leave it down, but I could still do that. And those little hats there, those are new to me. I didn't see those last year, so that was perfect for this particular design. And you can see I added some more black to the bottom, but I thought she turned out really cute for a little Halloween party to have her setting up. But everyone, that's it for today's DIYs. I hope you enjoyed them, and if so, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you on the next one. Have a wonderful weekend.